Geeks, Tim with MajorGeeks.com, and today we're taking a look at Minion. It is a free portable app to access certain shortcuts in Windows. The author wrote this because he wanted to clean his driver repository folder, and then he added a few more things that he found he was using frequently, and then released it to the public. So, very niche tool, but we'll take a look and see if it's something you need. There's your zip file. This is the way you get it. You'll extract those into a folder, as you can see here. Once the folder is open, 32-bit, 64-bit, because you may run command prompt or certain things that require administrator privileges, let's not play around and run it as an administrator right away. And there's a little about user license, and let's get into a few things that it can do so you know. Command prompt, as we just mentioned, what you will find is you have your links here, your description here, and your let's start it here. So what it is, explanation, let's start it will bring you there. So now you can see there is our command prompt. Disk cleanup utility, shortcut to the Windows Clean Manager. You start it up. Oh, there she is down there, looking to see what's up. You've probably seen Drive Cleaner before from Windows, so you can get some stuff cleaned up. And let's cancel out. Remove SP uninstall data, that is service pack uninstall info. This is a good way to free up some space on your drive. I don't think I'll have anything on here because it's a clean install of Windows in VMware, but you can often find a good amount of space to get rid of. Component store. A lot of little problems with this over time. So if you're on site worrying about stuff with the component store, you can analyze it. I think I got an error in one of these when I ran it here. We'll give it a minute and see. I haven't really run this one. We'll see what she does. You can see it's running shortcuts through DOS basically with switches, as you can see right here. So we'll let this run for a minute. There is your size, actual size, etc. So let's look even farther. Now that we've seen that, let's clean her up, see how that works. So you're looking at what did it show, 8 or 9 gigabytes in there that it can clean up. So while it's running, we'll drop this down and multitask. There is the clean up and reset base will be our next step. As you can see, the health check and the health scan. Again, these are all under the component store, so when you see health check and health scan, we're not talking about anything on the system but just that. This is going to take a little while, even with a small clean Windows install on SSD, because it's going to delete a lot of files. But we also will be coming up to the device drivers, so we'll just kind of skim this. The driver repository, again, this is what the utility was written for. Signature verification, if you're having difficulty installing a driver that you must install on site, you can quickly click on signature verification and disable, and again you'll do the let's start it. And once again, signature verification and able to return it. Sorry about that. And I think down at the bottom of it here, it's slowing down my machine pretty good. Won't let me do what I want to do. Sorry about the beeping. Boot menu, disable and enable. Once again, you can disable or enable so that you can get at the F8 and start Windows in safe mode, which is pretty common. And I'm probably going to hit pause here so we can make sure this finishes up and then we can move forward. Wow. I'm not going to kid you, that's exhausting. I've been gone for like 5 minutes. We're 35%. Just to give you an idea of how much stuff you can clean up there. So we will cancel this out if we can, which will take a minute because it's slow. There we go. And just quickly show you this stuff that we mentioned here. Removing your device drivers. Well, I know one of these gave me an error at some point. I don't know why. As you can see, he's using the deployment image servicing and management tool with switches for most of this stuff. And you get all your details. Now, as you can see, once again, this is really for advanced users, techs, IT guys. You can see the printer drivers. Actually, this would be handy for me on my other computer. Display, etc. If you don't know what you're doing, don't mess around. You can check, uncheck, and remove right here. So I'm not going to play around with anything right now, but you get the general idea. Signature verification, we discussed this. Basically, this will allow you to install drivers that aren't signed if it gets blocked as malicious software. And boot menu, set it to its default, disabling the F8 boot menu. The boot menu enable, this is great if you just happen to be playing around. You can just enable the F8 boot menu and start directly from safe mode. And finally, user accounts, as we're moving along, wasting a lot more time than I expected. This is a shortcut, as it says right here. So we start it up, and as you can see, you'll be looking at your user accounts. So if there's anything in here you need to do from changing passwords, etc. So once again, it's a handy little utility for free. The guy wrote it for himself, but it's I think as a tech, if you find yourself running into driver issues quite a bit, some quick cleanup. I mean, as you just saw, we can get through quite a bit here in a very short amount of time when you're doing repairs. So not for everybody. It's not really a system cleaner, tweaker. If you're not a tech or IT guy, you probably don't need it. So there you go. There is Minion 64. Just type in Google Minion 64 Major Geeks and it'll show up. And as always, we thank you for watching, subscribing, blah, blah, blah. See you next time.